Hi everyone, today on the show we are going to be reviewing the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. So I'm going to be honest, this is my first Fenty eyeshadow palette. I know Rihanna released one before, but it was like all shimmers and I was like, that's a companion palette. I don't do companion palettes, I do ones that I can make a whole look out of. And I can make a whole look out of this one, so I got it. But before we get any further into this video, if you are new here, why don't you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell? Like seriously. I do videos like this. I'm doing them a lot. I've made a lot of them. A lot of them aren't uploaded yet, but I am making a lot of them, so why don't you subscribe? Seriously, it helps out. I'll have timestamps to everything that you need to know down below, but we're going to start with the palette itself, what you're getting inside the palette, then there's going to be a demo, then we're going to do my final thoughts. So this palette comes with 16 Moroccan inspired shades. I'm not really sure what a Moroccan inspired shade is, but when I think of Morocco, and I've been once, I definitely do think of these colors, so she got it, like especially like these four, like Marrakesh by night and the rest are Marrakesh by day. If I see anyone in the comments saying, I thought they was talking about Morocco, not Marrakesh. Judgment. There is so much judgment coming your way. So let's read what the Sephora website says about this palette. There is no mirage. The Moroccan Spice palette combines everything you need to take with you, from hot steamy days to sultry smoky nights, with its rainbow of 16 richly pigmented shades and finishes designed for all skin tones, from smoky bolds to spicy brights and savory neutrals. Moroccan Spice serves up a dash of matte, satin, pearl, metallic and shimmer finishes to satisfy every craving. I feel like that was a bit much for eyeshadow, but it's a good description. So in this palette you are getting 16 eyeshadows at 0.9 grams, which is honestly quite a lot. I have eyeshadows that have less, I have eyeshadows that have more. I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer, let's just get right into the tutorial. So just so you guys know, if I will be using the same brush twice, I'll be using my color switch, so I will have a clean dry brush every step along the way. The eyeshadow primer we're going to be using is the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Anti-Aging, just because I find this one's the one that works best in the skin. If you have like quite a good bit of texture around your eyes as well, this one's really good because it's anti-aging, it's meant to get rid of texture. Okay, so here is the palette, and looking at all the colors, I really want to start by just doing a wash of this white color all over my lid, just to like give us a nice smooth base to start on. Plus it's shimmery, so it's going to give us a nice look. And if I want more of this, I can go back in later. Considering we're just laying down the base here, I'm not trying to be like too gentle, but I'm really liking how this is going on. To me, it doesn't seem like it's bunching up too much, which a lot of like these types of shades can do. But no, this is going on really nice, and especially considering it doesn't have anything to go onto other than like just primer potion and skin, it's doing really well, which a lot of shimmer shades would struggle in that situation. Why did I use a shade that could potentially struggle in that situation? Your guess is as good as mine. I do not think things ahead. So I want to go over a transition color next, and like this sort of terracotta-y color is calling to me, so I mean, I say terracotta, it's fucking orange, but still. Okay, so this is what I was expecting from Fenty. Like just something that's nice and blendable, and like where, I don't know if you can see on camera, you definitely can't see on camera, where it's going over, where there's like a high concentration of shimmer and it's got that pink shift to it, it's still, the shimmer is still showing through, which I'm like so happy about. Because I did this fully expecting it to not show through. And yes, it means we've got to change some plans, but life's about adapting. And you know what? I'm okay with changing my plans for this shade. So I have two options here. I can either go for a classic light on the inside, dark on the outside kind of look, which is kind of what I'm leaning more towards right now, or I want to try that thing where it's like dark, light, dark. I'm not that great at doing that, but they're all like these really nice gold colors that I'm like, I really want to do. So we're just gonna kind of see how this goes. So I think where I've gone so warm so far, I think I've cut myself off completely from like these four cool tone colors. So we're gonna try and stick with like this warm side palette. So it's gonna be more Marrakesh by day than Marrakesh by night. this palette is Marrakesh. So we're gonna go in with this sort of like muted burgundy color. I think this is called Spice Trip. It's not well labeled. Like you have to look on the back to see the labeled, but it's not like just, it's confusing. Looks like we're doing the light, dark, light situation. So we're gonna blend once we're done placing everything. So we're just gonna place that here and then place the same one on the outside. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll use a lighter color to like bring the two together in a second, but we're gonna just do the same on the other side. The reason I'm doing like a style that is different from what I would normally do is because I feel like a good palette should make using eyeshadow overall a fairly easy experience. So this is what I'm using to try and judge if it's a good palette or not, like how user-friendly it is. Obviously there's a level of skill that comes into it, but if it can make doing something that I've never done before very easy, then it's a good palette. Okay, so I'm using my finger for this next step because we're placing the middle shadow down, but I personally would recommend you use some like MAC Fix Plus on a brush, but you don't have to. And we're just gonna... Okay, I'm in love. How do I like marry this palette? Is there like some form of civil union I can get with Fenty Beauty's Moroccan Spice palette? I have never successfully been able to do that before. I know it seems like such a simple thing, but I'm one of those people where I consistently do the same look for everything. And so for me to be able to do that so easily, when I really don't do that look so much, this is a good palette. We're gonna like blend this out. Let me get a brush. So we're gonna go in with a blending brush and just sort of help everything become friends. Everything just sort of marinate and marry together. Become friends, swim in the pool together. The pool is my eyelid. I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious. Suspicion. That's what this is. This is suspicion, because that. I want to put something bright on my inner eye, but I think we're gonna do the under eye first, because the under eye is looking a little bit blank. So we're gonna go in with another clean blending brush, and I'm feeling this red, guys. My gut is telling me no, but my heart is telling me yes. So I think we're just gonna very lightly go. I need the mirror. We're gonna very lightly go in with this red. We just want it on like the outer corner there. And then with a completely clean brush, it's got nothing on it, we're just gonna help to fan all of that out and together. So because this is looking a little bit messy right now, with this clean brush we used to blend everything out, I've gone in with my color switch, cleaned it off. You need a completely clean brush. We're gonna take the rest of the shimmer shade and take it the rest of the way inside. And try and get right into that inner corner there. And then just blend that together on this side. And do the same on the other side. And then we're going to go in with the same white color on our brow bone. So it is looking a little bit messy on both of my inner eyes here, just this part where the red and gold meet and this part. So I want to just blend that out a bit, because in real life it looks fine, but on the camera, yeah, it's not looking hot. So let's see if I can just blend this out just a touch, just a touch. How are we looking? You know when something's looking better, but it's not looking how you want it to look? This is where we're at right now. I don't know if it's, I need to just blend up this part a bit more. So I think where it's so red on the outside now, we're looking a little bit sick. Just like a little bit like we got something wrong. So let's try and fix that up. Just so we look less sick. I feel like the obvious choice is this dark brown one, which is called Henna C. So, is that supposed to be like a pun? Hennessy? Henna C? I don't know. All we're doing is packing that on here just a little bit, just to help warm it up, darken it up, make it a little bit less red, because redness is our enemy right now. And again, with a completely clean brush, we're gonna go in and blend this out. Okay, this is where it's at. I'm feeling so much better about this look already. You have no idea. There was a moment where I was like, what have I done? But no, already I'm feeling a lot better. I just wanna blend the insides once again. Always blend in those insides. Okay, I just want to put something on the inner corner on the upper side, just to help line it up. So I'm gonna grab this brush here. It's one of the smallest brushes I own, and I feel like I just want to go in with this golden color that we use in the center of our eyes again, and try and pack that on right in the inner corner. Keep in mind, I haven't wet any brushes for this look, because we haven't had to. I was fully expecting to have to, and we just haven't had to. Now we're gonna do eyeliner. I didn't get the Fenty eyeliner because I'm poor, but we're going in with a dark brown liner. And I don't think we're gonna wing it. I think we're just gonna let it be kind of natural. I'm being super careful here, and I have my butt clenched so tight, it's created a ripple in the space-time continuum. For mascara, we're going in with the MaxFactor Gold High Definition Mascara in the color dark brown black. It's black, but they say dark brown, so it's nice to know that they're trying. So for eyebrows, a lot of people don't like this. I don't care. I take a lot of inspiration from the eyebrows from the Japanese animation, Dragon Ball Z. Why? Because I love those eyebrows, and everyone knows what those eyebrows are. So I'm like, well, if I'm gonna go to all of this effort to painting on eyebrows, it's gonna be eyebrows that I like, right? For some reason, my eyebrows have decided today that they want to be like cousins, not twins or sisters. In fact, they're not really even cousins, they're more friends. They're just friends. But we're just gonna go with it and hope for the best. Then finally, because I don't have any Fenty highlighters because I lent one out to a friend and I never got it back, we're gonna go in with the Anastasia Moonchild palette. Just really lightly highlight. I'm not feeling a lot of highlight, honestly. I've been preferring looking matte as hell recently. And even then with that, we're just gonna like veil over the top of it because I honestly, like I said, haven't been feeling as much highlight recently. But that's this look done. So I'm gonna like fix up my hair a little bit more and then we'll get onto my final thoughts. So onto my final thoughts of this palette. Do I think you should get it if you can afford it? Absolutely. Are you gonna be missing out on anything if you can't afford it right now? I'll be frank, yes, but it's not necessary to live. So yes, you will be missing out on this eyeshadow palette in the sense that it was great to use. It's not something you need to worry about right now. You can save and get it, or get it in a few months' time. Because as much as it's limited edition, when these companies say limited edition, they don't mean like it's gonna be gone tomorrow. They mean like it's gonna be gone in several months' time. In fact, I know for a fact that Debenhams in London was selling Kat Von D's Saint and Sinner palette until like 2 months ago. So like, you don't need to rush. You genuinely don't. This is a great eyeshadow palette. It's so blendable. It's so pigmented, which I really fucking hate saying because everyone's like, oh my god, it's so pigmented. And you don't always want that in an eyeshadow, but this is pigmented in the right way. It's buildable. It's easy to blend. You absolutely should get it. It's so good, especially coming off of, this was the previous palette I bought, which was the Born to Run palette from Urban Decay, and I thought it was an okay palette, but I kind of felt a little bit like I threw my money and my expectations weren't met. This one blew my expectations out the water. Keep in mind, I did have fairly low expectations because I was like, oh, it's a Rihanna palette, whatever. But then I was like, oh, it's a Rihanna palette, yes. But if you've got this palette, please let me know what you think of it down below. And also don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't already and you're new here. And why not just check out this video while you're at it? It's right there. I've made it so easy for you, so you have no reason not to. Watch it while you're pooping.